What if the key to inner peace was not in seeking happiness, but in understanding and managing our reactions to life's challenges? Let's take a moment to ponder on this. Inner peace, as we understand it, is a state of mental and emotional calm, undisturbed by stress, conflict, or the incessant chatter of our minds. It's a sense of harmony that transcends fleeting moments of happiness or sorrow, anchoring us in a deep, abiding contentment. But how do we achieve this? Is it through the accumulation of wealth, power, or fame? Or perhaps through the pursuit of sensory pleasures? While these may bring temporary joy, they often leave us craving more, trapping us in a cycle of dissatisfaction. Enter Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that suggests a different path. Dating back to the 3rd century BCE, Stoicism was developed by thinkers who sought to understand the world and our place within it. They proposed that true peace comes not from external circumstances, but from our inner state of mind. At the heart of Stoicism is the belief that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. It teaches us to accept life's ups and downs with equanimity, to distinguish between what is in our power and what is not, and to focus our energies on the former. It's about developing resilience, wisdom, and above all, self-control. Imagine if we could face any challenge life throws at us with grace and composure, without being swayed by fleeting emotions or external pressures. Imagine if we could remain calm in the face of adversity, not because we are indifferent, but because we understand that our true power lies within. That's the promise of Stoicism. It's not a quick fix or a magic pill, but a lifelong journey of self-discovery and personal growth. And while it may not eliminate all our problems, it can certainly change our perspective and give us the tools to handle them better. Indeed, some of the most tranquil individuals have found their peace not in avoiding life's storms, but navigating them with grace and composure. Stoicism, at its core, is founded on 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Let's delve a little deeper into each one of these and understand their significance in Stoic philosophy. First up is wisdom. This isn't about knowing the capital of every country or acing a trivia quiz. In Stoic philosophy, wisdom is about discerning what is within our control and what isn't. It's about understanding the world around us, the nature of things, and our place in it. It's about making sound judgments and decisions based on reason rather than emotion. Next, we have courage. This isn't just the bravery of a warrior in battle, but also the moral courage to stand up for what is right, to face adversity with resilience, and to accept change as a part of life. Stoicism encourages us to embrace the impermanence of life, and courage plays a vital role in that. The third virtue, justice, emphasizes our social duty. Stoics believe in the interconnectedness of all beings, and that we have a responsibility towards each other. Justice, in this context, is about fairness, kindness, and understanding, treating others as we would want to be treated ourselves. Lastly, there's temperance, or self-control. This is about mastering our desires and impulses, not letting them dictate our actions. It's about moderation in all things, from our emotions to our behaviors, and achieving a balanced life. Together, these 4 virtues form a moral compass, guiding Stoics in their thoughts and actions. They help us navigate through the turbulence of life and find a sense of calm amidst the chaos. They remind us to focus on what we can control, to act with integrity, and to maintain balance in our lives. In the modern world, these principles are more relevant than ever. They can help us manage stress, build resilience, foster empathy, and lead a more balanced and fulfilling life. These principles form the bedrock of Stoic philosophy, providing a roadmap for those seeking inner peace. But how can we apply these Stoic principles in our daily lives? Let's delve into some practical examples. Picture this: you're stuck in traffic, late for an important meeting. Your first instinct might be to honk your horn, curse under your breath, or even let out a scream. The Stoic approach, however, would be quite different. Instead of reacting to the situation with anger or frustration, a Stoic would recognize that the traffic jam is beyond their control. They would then focus on what they can control: their attitude and response to the situation. Instead of getting worked up, They might use this time to listen to an enlightening podcast, catch up on an audiobook, or simply enjoy a moment of quiet reflection. Now let's consider another scenario. You've been working tirelessly on a project and it fails miserably. It's easy to feel dejected, isn't it? But a Stoic would see this as an opportunity for growth. They would ask themselves, what can I learn from this failure? How can it make me stronger? Rather than dwelling on the setback, a Stoic would choose to focus on the lessons learned and move forward with renewed vigor. But Stoicism isn't just about dealing with adversity. It's also about finding joy in the ordinary, everyday moments. Imagine you're sipping your morning coffee. A Stoic wouldn't just gulp it down. They'd savor the flavor, the warmth, the quiet moment before the day's hustle and bustle begins. They'd find contentment in this simple act, instead of constantly seeking happiness in grand achievements or material possessions. Stoicism also encourages us to be mindful of our interactions with others. Picture yourself in a heated argument. It's all too easy to let emotions take over and say things we later regret. A Stoic, on the other hand, would strive to remain calm and composed. They'd listen attentively, respond thoughtfully, and focus on understanding the other person's perspective, rather than winning the argument. Finally, Stoicism teaches us to detach from the outcome and focus on the process. Let's say you're a writer working on a novel. Instead of obsessing over whether it'll be a bestseller, a Stoic would concentrate on writing the best book they possibly can. They'd find fulfillment in the act of writing itself, taking pride in their craft rather than the potential accolades. In all these scenarios, the common thread is control, or more specifically, focusing on what's within our control. Stoicism reminds us that while we can't always control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. By shifting our perspective and focusing on our actions and attitudes, we can navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. While the world around us may be in constant flux, Stoicism teaches us that our reactions and perspectives remain within our control. So, what might we gain from integrating Stoic principles into our lives? Well, the potential benefits are manifold, and they could be transformative. First, let's consider resilience. Stoicism teaches us to distinguish between what is within our control and what is not. By focusing our efforts on things we can change and accepting those we can't, we cultivate a robustness that can weather life's storms. This resilience is not about sheer grit or stubbornness, but about a profound understanding of our place in the world and the limits of our influence. Another compelling benefit is improved decision-making. Stoicism encourages us to approach problems with clarity and objectivity. By stripping away emotional bias and focusing on the facts at hand, we can make more informed, rational decisions. This doesn't mean Stoics are emotionless automatons, far from it. Rather, they understand that emotions are a part of the human experience, but they should not dictate our actions or cloud our judgment. Now, let's talk about inner peace. This might sound like a lofty, abstract concept, but it's actually quite practical. Inner peace, in the Stoic sense, is about achieving tranquility through acceptance. Acceptance of the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. Acceptance of others, with all their flaws and virtues, and most importantly, acceptance of ourselves. This peace does not come from external sources, money, fame, or power, but from within, from the understanding that we're part of a larger, interconnected whole. One last point, Stoicism also promotes empathy and understanding. By recognizing our shared humanity, we can approach others with kindness and compassion, fostering deeper connections and contributing to a more harmonious society. In the end, Stoicism does not promise a life free of hardship, but it does offer a way to navigate life's tumultuous seas with a steady hand and a calm heart. It's about finding serenity amidst chaos, equanimity amidst turbulence, and wisdom amidst confusion. It's about living a life of virtue, wisdom, and inner peace. Stoicism, then, is more than just an ancient philosophy. It's a practical guide for life. Throughout this exploration, we've uncovered the key principles of Stoicism, a wisdom-rich doctrine that encourages us to focus on what's within our control and accept what isn't. It's a lesson in resilience and calm, a call to embrace life with serenity and strength. We've seen how this timeless philosophy can be woven into the fabric of our daily lives, transforming our perspective and equipping us with a robust mental framework to navigate life's ups and downs. From dealing with stress to fostering meaningful relationships, Stoicism offers a roadmap to a more serene and balanced existence. And we've discussed the potential benefits of adopting a Stoic approach, like increased resilience, greater peace of mind, and a heightened sense of contentment. It's a philosophy that stands the test of time, offering sage advice for the modern world. In the pursuit of inner peace, Stoicism reminds us that while we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can always control how we respond.